Bort to the past.
We are out of Bort license plates in the gift shop. We are out of Bort license plates in the gift shop. At any rate.
So, is this a boss level?
No. There are no boss levels in Kirby 64. I don't think there are in any Kirby game, really.
But bosses.
There are bosses, yeah, but there's not like a level for it.
Well, is this a boss?
This is a mini-boss.
No. What I mean is, once you get to the top of this thing, there's a...
That is where...
I didn't really convey that really well. This is a giant diamond thing. Don't you, when you get to the top, you fight a fart?
There is a boss at the top of this area.
Yes! Which is what I meant.
But it's not in the same level.
I didn't convey that very well. You got a card.
A crad.
A crad. What does the crad
Are
do?
you cradding me?
What does the crad do?
They unlock, like, basically... I'll show it off later. It's not concept art, but it is sort of like an enemy bestiary sort of thingy.
Oh, interesting.
Oh.
A Kirby bestiary.
So now we're gonna fight them Porygons.
I always those darn old Porygons. Fred did these, by the way.
Fred who?
Fred, he's in the localization team, but they're like, hey, how would you design our boss for us? He's like, I don't know how to do that, and he sort of read the first few pages of a how-to polygon for dummies, and he made this boss. Pretty interesting, eh?
And guys, if you didn't notice, this game is in 64 bits, and it's in 3D.
Holy shits.
I mean, we don't even have to design enemies, just make fucking polygons and have them be the enemies.
That is pretty weird. Because not all the... this is... In comparison
and
to
notice
the
that
other bosses,
they're even red, green, and blue, which is like the three colors that your computer screen uses to make different colors.
Because not other bosses are like this. That's weird. What are some strangely out of place bosses in games?
That mammoth from...
That's from Spyro.
Sorry
You really
about
need to move your phone.
Alright, so these guys are actually best dealt with the little shits that you can suck up and spit at them.
Oh yeah, little
They
shits.
can't... I mean, like, they're deceptively hard for this point in the game, I'd say. I mean, they can be anyway.
I was trying to think of a good old pun or way
My
to make
practice
fun of
last night, I got killed.
Yeah, Michael did a practice playthrough. Well, half of a practice playthrough thus far.
Yeah.
Now he's busy checking his phone, which is why we're standing here.
Oh, fuck.
Like a buffoon. Something about your Kirby voice real quick.
Michael, I want to tell you something about your Kirby voice.
And so Kirby's friends walked through the desert for 40 days and 40 nights until Kirby collapsed of exhaustion.
The cutscenes are adorable in this game.
I'm pretty sure all Corbin cutscenes are pretty adorable. Where'd they get that food? Oh, he's drawing it. I see.
Or she.
She. Did I say it or he?
He.
Whoops. I just figured out a way to solve world hunger. Dragonfly net breath. Make it a thing.
So it's a good thing that
Why didn't they do that?
I think the idea is that as they collect crystal shards, it grows stronger and it can take them farther.
So it's like a road chip in that you're trying to get from point A to point B.
The squeakle to the hit 2012 indie movie Robot and Frank.
Correct. I'm telling you, still waiting for that squeakleitis on that. Or
I think
the
I'm
new
gonna
episode
commit
of
suicide.
Or the new episode of Twin Squeaks.
Alright, so this level has another obnoxious combination you gotta get.
Oh, what level hasn't thus far? Honestly,
there are some that don't have any.
I'm disappointed by that.
But it's kind of like Shadow the Hedgehog, where you kind of never will know when something obnoxious will pop up.
Well, since that's a good game, now we know that it's a good mechanic. Squiddy? Is that the mechanic?
Oh, this one.
Weird.
So yeah, these
isn't that
yes.
That's a hamster friend.
Yes, it is.
Oh my god!
Actually, I think that was the Krat. I think Rick the hamster.
Oh, Rick the hamster looks doofier. That's right. Are they
I
all?
want to see if I can make. There's the fish.
There's the fish. So there.
There's
Yes.
the
Yes. Oh, Michael. Quick
So
question.
these are the animal buddies
What
from
planet are we on?
Aquastar.
Don't you mean Hamstar? You know what else is interesting about Corbin? Have you not? There's always a bunch of enemies in it that show up in every game, but there's always a bunch of enemies that are unique to the game too.
I just realized that I don't remember what I need for this level. Oh well, I'll figure it out.
What do you think of my Hamstar joke? Eat the bowling ball.
No.
What? Would you say that that's a
Those
creature?
are adorable little faces.
I know, but is that a creature?
I mean, like, all the Kirby enemies are too cute to be creatures.
Oh, that's right.
Seize that creature. Stand back, you fools.
Since in, I believe, yesterday's episode of Super Mario Sunshine.
Uh-huh.
Or no, this is way later. Since a while ago, this was revealed, Michael made a hilarious joke, the hilarious joke in Super Mario Sunshine about how, wouldn't Peach remember having Bowser
God.
Jr. slide out of her cervix or something like that?
Yeah.
We might as well make the joke here. Tell me if this is almost as hilarious as that joke. Isn't it fucked up how Kirby's killing everything? He's like a madman. He's like a madman. A real masterman.
The mastermind.
Oh, that's right. That's what this is replacing. We never really did talk about that.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, does anybody care?
Maybe there's a couple people out there like,
What in my Scooby-Doo game, Mavericks?
fucking Scooby-Doo.
I mean, you guys weren't watching it. We weren't really enjoying playing it.
People were watching it.
There are some people, but
There's the same amount of people that's watching.
not enough to make me feel like. Maybe.
We're taking a break from Scorb and Dag. Maybe we'll come back to it, maybe we won't. Also, that thing. Look at those pixels.
Yeah.
Jeez, that
There are
enemy in particular
lots
looks
of
awful.
there are lots of enemies in this game.
I love the little faces they make when they attack.
And this was something that happened a lot in the 5th generation, where it's just like it was easier to just make like a 2D sphere.
Yeah.
And like using a opacity map.
Happened all the time, especially with like little collectibles, coins and stuff. All the time.
As you can see, that enemy that Brontobert right there has a 2D body.
That thing's 2D.
Yeah, that thing has a 2D cloud.
Yep. Those things aren't 2D.
I mean, it looks
I'm not sure why you
nice.
brought that up. I'd rather them make like a cool looking 2D thing that isn't too obviously 2D than like a shitty 3D model thing.
Yeah.
Like, for example, that thing that just spat us out, that was 2D, wasn't it?
Yeah, it looked
And
nice.
it looked alright. I'm not talking about like the paintings like that came alive we saw earlier that are like obviously 2D. There are ways to make it a close enough illusion so that you don't really even think about it.
Those enemies look 3D.
Yeah, those are most of the enemies are, but the things they throw at you and stuff, not so much.
Yeah.
Things that travel with you into the abyss and then randomly blow up, not quite the same. You got the cake.
I'm not going to try to collect all the crads because it's really not, necessary.
Because you're not Jorald the Comportionist.
Indeed. The Comportionist.
That guy is awesome.
Okay. I
Especially
believe I
the
need fire and rock.
ZBros. Fire and rock? Let me guess. Volcano?
Yes.
Isn't that exactly what it is? I vaguely remember the volcano part.
And it's see, like one of the reasons why I so strongly prefer the Superstar system over, all the Kirby games before and in that little period after Dreamland 3 and before Return to Dreamland is that, like, a lot of these, like, what made it so good was that it could keep up the pace. Like, not only was there a lot of things you could do with each copy ability, but like you could dash forward and attack and just keep the game moving, whereas in like Dreamland 3 and Adventure you kind of had to stop in place in order to attack things. I found that it helps keep the game moving along. Some of the power-ups in this game
I think
do
that's
that well.
that's what I like about those, because I would say my three favorite are Nightmare Dreamland, because that's very much the same. Some of the powers aren't as good. For example, forget beam, but when you have like a sword or a hammer, absolutely. But those games all feel faster to me. You know what I mean? I only listed one game: Nightmare Dreamland, Superstar, and The Amazing Mirror. Even though The Amazing Mirror I think has a lot of problems.
Yeah.
It's interesting, but it has a lot of problems.
I mean, like, the power-ups in that game in Amazing Mirror are actually a little more like Superstar, because you could do a little more with them, like the smash ability.
Yeah, but it wasn't quite as... It wasn't
as good as Superstar, but it was a step in the right direction.
Superstar, like, mixed fire and burning, or put them together, and had more, and just stuff like that. The better moveset.
Yeah.
That was the one thing, out of all the 3 copy abilities, I would say Nightmare and Dreamland. There's so many fucking Dreamland titles, I always get them mixed up. It's like how I can never remember whether or not it's Star Fox Adventure or Adventures. Speaking of Star Fox Adventures, definitely gotta do that. But anyway, I would say that, I totally see what you mean. Like, this is probably slower. I honestly haven't played it or even watched it for a long time.
Yeah. I mean, the games are fun.
It's more like really slow too. And you like that?
Yeah, but
is it just because of the aesthetic and
the aesthetic is a big part of it, and it's really like, as you might know, that game was originally intended to be a Prince Fluff game, and then they added Kirby later because they didn't know if
they would sell
Fluff
better.
could hold the game over.
People, it's funny because people, I think, are way more excited about seeing new Nintendo IPs than old ones. Am I wrong? Would that probably not translate well to sales?
Here's the thing. People say that they want new stuff, but then people will make new stuff for them and then they won't watch it or play.
I suppose.
So it's just kind of like, okay, we can either make this new anti-gravitational racing game a Mario Kart game. I don't think that that's an example of where it was planned to be something different to begin with, but
yeah.
It's just like, and I think the Nostalgia Critic did an editorial on this recently, like talking about why there's so many remakes, sequels, and reboots nowadays. It's because
remasters are really bad nowadays too.
Like, it depends on if people like actually bother to remake the game and not just take, you know, like the original game and upscale it.
Remaster. Did you know that? Okay, here's a perfect example. I don't know if it was announced or if it even recently came out. God of War 3 remaster.
Okay, did they actually change any of the assets from the original game?
I think it's for one, it's HD. It's an HD remaster.
The original game was in HD.
But it's in Mega HD.
But it's still the same 1080p that the PS3 can do.
Listen,
that's my problem with the PS4 and Xbox One, is that they're no fucking different from the last consoles.
But
they can't do anything that the other ones couldn't already do. So it's just like, why am I paying $500 for these things?
Which is why I was scared and converted to PC.
Yeah. Because Eric can pay for a PC once and then never have to really upgrade it again.
Well, you do
for
have
a while.
To upgrade it.
But at least with that, you can just like, oh, a new graphics card that's a little better. All right, I can buy that and put it in the computer.
The problem with a PC like that is you either need to pay a buttload to get to get something capable of playing games better than you would for because consoles themselves lose money.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the people making the consoles also sell games and get the royalties and shit. Well, not royalties. Whatever it is when you pay something.
Publishing.
Yeah. No, I don't think that's it either.
I think it is royalties.
Okay. Whatever. They make money from games and from people making games for their console.
Right.
People like Nvidia and AMD. Who make like graphics cards, for example, or everybody who makes all the other parts. Some, especially for gaming and stuff. They're not going to get the money from Valve selling games. Right?
Yeah. So you have to pay like the full price for what you get.
You tend to have to pay significantly more, and if you buy like a pre-made one from Alienware, they're going to charge you out the ass. But if you get the parts, it's going to cost less, but you have to know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Which can be really intimidating to people, as to me. Luckily, my dad knows a lot.
So do you think that that part of the reason why consoles are so popular even now, even Even though, like, let's be honest, if we are being totally honest, gaming PCs are better. In terms of technically, they are better.
The thing is, what I've noticed is that a lot of people don't care that much about it, unless if it's a heap of the game. Your game is a heap of slag, and it's really obvious how fucking terrible and unoptimized it is. People tend not to care as much as PC gamers pretend they should, or even justifiably think they should. Because I'm personally not a big fan of the whole attitude, and I think
Master Race thing?
Yes, the whole PC Master Race, which tend to be a lot of League of Legends playing, Gaben worshipping fucktards who love dank maymays. You know what I mean?